You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks?
Darling in the Franks.
You control it back by fucking.
No.
So I kept
Cripple.
trying to pop this thing, and it wouldn't go, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
This
Yes.
is like one of those
Did
shows
you create this today as a prank to me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Born in the
I can hear what
80s.
you're saying. No, now I can't.
I know you are. You're good. You're good.
You can say whatever you want now.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. John and Matt can't stop me now. I really don't have anything interesting to say, but I will go ahead and say, please do not get addicted
Wait, no.
to Dynasty Warrior style games. They are bad. They're fun to play though. I mean, so many people I know have spent most of their time on the Switch either playing Mario Kart, Splatoon, Breath of the Wild, or Smash Brothers. And for me, my number one game is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I think I'm at least 170 hours now. Please don't get addicted to Warriors games. Please. All right. Now that I'm done with that little PSA, Matt, welcome back.
Were you shouting heated gaming moments again?
Basically, don't get addicted to Dynasty Warriors games. It's really easy to do.
I just played the first one. That's the only one I ever played, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
How's
But
the
I
vamping?
I also
Well,
don't really see like why I would need to get any other one other than just for different graphics.
Well, there's also so many spin-offs because I really want to get the Persona 5 Strikers. So, yeah. Warriors games are just really, really bad time sinks, but they're easy if you just want to put in, an hour of play, and then for some reason you now have 170 hours.
Yeah, because they're all like that slash, hack and slash through like 1,000 bad guys, right?
Yes, but they also have, your characters will permanently level up in your game, so its numbers going up too.
Ooh.
It's just a clicker game in hack and slash form.
I love that.
Yeah. John,
I
you
watched
still with
the
us?
numbers go up in World of Warcraft.
I am.
And also,
Yeah.
So, hey.
watched the number of hours of sleep I get go very much down.
How
Fair
we
enough.
all doing?
We are all doing. John, you're going to get Persona 5 Strikers?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a
Is it about soccer?
No, it's a Dynasty Warriors Persona game.
No, I'm good.
All right, you're going to get Persona 5 The Royal?
I already have Persona 5.
Okay, cool. It's going to be a different game, but also the same game.
Yep. Don't got time, TJ. I got too
Somebody
many games
should make a
to play.
Dynasty Warriors dating sim where it's like speed dating, but there's just like thousands of dates coming at you and you have to like slash your way through them. I guess swipe your way through them. Swipe, 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 swipe.
In a way, that's the Fate Extella games.
Of course that's a thing that exists. Why would I think that one exists?
It's like the Dead or Alive beach volleyball spinoff of the like Dynasty Warriors games.
That's Senran Kagura.
No,
Especially the one
that's
that's
its
basically
own thing.
Especially the one that's basically Splatoon, which is Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash.
Yeah, I know all about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's
I
like Splatoon,
know
but
that
instead of
Ryan
paint, they're just shooting cum everywhere.
Yeah,
No, it's water guns and wet t-shirts.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all it is. I haven't played it.
yeah.
That
No.
I
seems
used
like a
to
game I'll
play
get,
this
though.
Flash game of Snake where, like, as you got more blocks, like, the background would appear and it would be a naked lady. Is that kind
sounds
of like that?
It's probably on Newgrounds, so yeah, of course.
Yeah, Senran Kagura is just like
An arena fighter.
the titties anime.
Yeah.
It's just like an
As
anime
opposed
where
to
there's
all of the other
boobs.
animes.
Yeah, but there's like real boobs. If that makes sense.
The way you describe that, I'm just imagining like anime, like an anime person, but then just like a picture of real boobs taped on top of it.
I mean, that would probably look more realistic. Hi, hey, Judy. You come into my room here to bother me while I record a podcast?
But you say that, and that's kind of the point of every all right, the term they use now is isekai anime.
Yeah.
Isekai is just a fancy word for I'm gonna well, it's like isekai, but it's I'm gonna transport myself inside a fantasy world or inside a video game.
Yep.
And for some reason, now this one's with my mom, who's like uncontrollably lusty for me, or
yeah, that's like a real anime that exists.
Yeah, nice. Summer season this year.
Yeah, it's like I want to fuck my mom, the anime.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna clip that out and remove the anime part.
But like, what was the name of that one? It's like
it's something about like the two-handed multi-target weapon.
Oedipus, the anime.
Yeah. So anyway, there's like anime, like like T just said, the anime trope right now is called Another World. Yeah, and it's just like, what if guy got transported into a video game world?
Oh yeah, here it is. It's Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks?
Yeah, that's the name of a show.
Yep.
Oh. Maybe it sounds better in Japanese.
Tsujo Kogeki ga Sentai Kogeki de Nikai Kogeki no Okasan wa Tsuki desuka?
No, still wordy.
It's somehow longer.
And for some reason just says Kogeki a million times. I don't know what that means.
I'm just going to read the
I tried to learn Japanese when I was younger, and I seem to remember like stuff being a lot shorter when you translate from English to Japanese. So I don't know how that one turned out longer.
So yeah, like anime went from like different, like what's the popular like anime girlfriend, if that makes sense. Like what was it before? It was like friend. I'm trying to think of like the types. What's the dang terms for these?
It's a tsundere?
No, not that one. No, so I'm like talking about specifically like the last year, the plot was like totally like younger sister anime.
They're still around.
No, like stepsister.
So like it's just like Pornhub.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
That was like last year in anime, and it was kind of like okay. And then it was like a big section of like little sister, but she's actually like 500-year-old demon, but she looks 12 kind of thing. That was really popular. But now, this year, including Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks, they've moved to MILF anime is the like target now.
All right.
So it's all hot moms.
MILF anime.
There's at least 4 of them this year.
Yeah.
Between all seasons. Yeah.
So here it is.
So the question is, does that follow Pornhub, or is Pornhub following that?
I don't know.
Because I have seen an uptick from the stepsister to the stepmom.
Oh, no.
But it's also, there's so much, it's one of those things where there's so much data, like you don't know if you're just like seeing that everyone else drives the same car as you.
Yeah. Well, Matt, how about this? What if we talk about the most ambitious crossover event in history, stepmom and stepsister? Have you seen a lot of that?
No.
Oh, which one is that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that's got to be on Pornhub, right? An uptick.
Oh, I was just talking anime.
No. Clearly, anime's got. Well, actually, never mind. There was an anime last season that was that. Never mind. So maybe. What was the name of that anime? Fuck. God, anime's terrible. Yep. Sorry. Don't ever watch anime. I'm serious. Like,
don't search what I just searched. Not on incognito.
Oh well, in your family home.
I saw this really intense porn called Step Brothers that had Will Ferrell and I think John C. Reilly in it. I don't remember.
Okay,
so let's become best friends.
Let's talk about trash anime. Prestige Worldwide. Let's talk about trash anime. So there was last year. It was Domestic Girlfriend. Which was Natsuo Fuji, hopelessly in love with his teacher, Hina. Trying to move on, he agrees to a mixer where he meets an odd girl, Rui Tachibana, who invites him to sneak out. She takes him to their house and asks him to have sex with her. Frustrated, his love will not bear fruit anyway. He says goodbye to his virginity and sleeps with this girl. The next day, Natsuo's dad tells him he wants to marry, and his prospective partner is coming to their house that evening. When the door opens, it turns out that that girl he banged is his Hina's younger sister, and that his dad's marrying the teacher that he wanted to bang. So it's stepmom and stepsister all in one love triangle. Although I have heard that this is actually good, if that makes sense.
Oh, Food Wars is back this fall.
I heard a review that it was not. It was only good because of the way that the characters is not good. Because they don't play it as like complete farce. I guess it's like actually like, what a weird situation.
No, let's all have sex with each other.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's really fucked up, but I don't know. It's highly rated, if that makes sense. But that was an anime from last year. This year we have Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks?
Yep.
Masato Usuki is a teenager who's brutally annoyed by his overly doting mother, Mamako, until both are sent inside a fantasy-themed game. Masato tries his hardest to show his prowess inside the game, flustered by the fact that his mother possesses much higher stats. Thus, she can easily defeat all opponents with her twin swords, leaving little room, two-hit multi-target attacks, if you will.
Yep.
On their way, they befriend 3 girls to join their party, and they take quests inside the game. They later discover it was originally designed to help strengthen the bonds between parents and their children. So this isn't like a lusting after mom, the kid lusting after mom, but I've heard that this anime is basically that mom is a fucking straight MILF.
Yep.
The kid is like, just a kid, so.
Did you finish Vinland Saga?
I didn't. I don't even know if it's done this season.
Well, it was a summer. I think all 24 episodes are out.
Okay.
Maybe not.
No, I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I'm only I think I'm 10 episodes in.
Okay.
There's only 16 out right now.
Okay, so
yeah, and the last one came out this weekend. So
okay, there you go.
It's still coming out.
I hear Dr. Stone was pretty good for the summer anime.
Yeah, Dr. Stone. Do you know the plot? Let's just finish this anime corner off with the anime of this year.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Dr. Stone, it's on my list of to watch.
Yeah. So from what
it's a shonen anime.
It's a shonen anime, but the idea is, everybody has turned to stone, and then thousands or tens of thousands of years have passed. And some people have randomly coming out of stone. All technology is gone, and people are using what they remember from our current era to start rebuilding technology in this very caveman era world.
So just Matt, I want to ask you, when I say it's a shonen, do you know what that means?
No.
I need to educate people because I throw that term around like everyone knows what that means.
It's
shonen anime means like Shonen Jump is what they're talking about, which is like a weekly comic book that comes out every week. And so shonen anime are typically much more like very serialized, like comic book style, where the story never ends and there's just always another thing going on. So it's like Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia, like stuff that just continually goes on for hundreds of episodes with more and more story.
I think shonen does mean something like preteen and teen boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's
it's like a young adult anime. Naruto.
Yeah.
That's like the hugest one lately. But anyway, so Dr. Stone. Yeah. So I've heard this described. Speaking of YouTube holes, what about Primitive Technology YouTube channel?
Oh,
it's Primitive Technology, the anime, is what I've heard. Where that guy's making like fucking stone buildings and fucking shit. That's what this anime is, at least at the start. Although I heard it gets. I
saw him do his potato farm on that channel. Oh man, I need to write this.
Did he?
I think the anime is a bit like
space
that.
Poop, like Matt Damon.
Watch.
But actually, that's a good point. I've also heard that The Martian is pretty similar too, because it like goes into pretty detailed, like, we can solve this with science, and like here's how you make potash, and like all this like crazy shit, like how to survive and create iron and things, like it's just really like, oh cool. Because I think that like since it's been like 10,000 years, there's like fucking saber-tooth tigers and shit.
Yeah.
So Yeah. Anyway, yeah, lion. There's like lions going around where they're at, I guess. But they make yeah, so it's kind of like a cool like post-apocalypse anime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot of good anime in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I have to tell you though, this anime mom is pretty hot.
Yeah.
I know. I gotta look. I gotta look her up again.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell me what the name of that show was again, TJ?
Oh, I forgot again.
Do you love your mom and her
And
two-hit
two-hit multi-target attacks.
And I can't wait to find out if he does love his mom and the 2-hit multi-target attacks.
I don't know. She's all over him. That's been the problem, and he doesn't like being overprotected.
Yeah, there's
she
a
can
lot of
overprotect me
sexy ass
anytime.
mom in this show.
Yeah.
I hear Fire Force is supposed to be pretty good too.
Yeah, Fire Force is the firefighters, the anime.
Yeah,
I heard it's pretty good.
firefighters, but it's kind of like fire spirits to put out fires, and you fight fire with the fire spirits you have.
Wouldn't water be better?
No, apparently not. In this world, fire has life, and you have to fight them.
I will say, I will definitely say the anime world is far better off for shifting from like 12-year-old sister creepiness to, it's not 12-year-old. They are very specific that she is of age, but she looks 12.
Yeah.
But now it's like, no, it's just a hot fucking big titty mom. Like,
But still,
sweet
it's like
sword
the
attacks.
face is the same, so it's like a child's face on a taller body with boobs. It's a little bit strange.
No.
Okay.
A lot of times it's the young prepubescent body, like in Copcraft.
Let's not get into this. The FBI is listening.
I just want to see actual MILF representation in anime.
Exactly. That's
Show
what
me
I'm
some
saying.
wrinkles, you know?
Yeah. Like, give me a MILF that kicks ass.
And the eyes shouldn't be like big and bright. They should be like still kind of hot, but also just kind of tired.
That's the point, though, of this character is that she's like too overly doting. She isn't like sad mom. She's a wine mom, if that makes sense. God, don't look at this off safe search, though. I'll tell you that right now. Or do, if that's what you're into.
Fair enough.
I mean, they know their audience with this one. A lot of TNA, a lot of mom TNA on this one.
It's going to be really controversial when they switch to like 1,000-year-old women that are actually 12.
Yeah. That'll be bad.
I know I look like an old crone, but let me tell you about My Little Pony.
I don't know. That's the next frontier for anime. And anime has made a lot of leaps and bounds, actually, like in the last 5 years of like non like cisgendered or like hetero relationships. Like they've had like Yuri on Ice, you know, is a pretty popular male anime, but that is not just a porn, if that makes sense. Like all of the animes with like homosexual relationships are much more like about like sexuality and or comedy and not just like here's a serious show that happens to have like a homosexual relationship in it.
There is one really recently, and I don't remember the name now. It's about like a high school band.
Do you love your boy and his
trumpet?
No,
double hit, triple hit target trumpet attacks.
No, it's about a 4-piece rock band being put together in high school, and it's
yeah, I knew about this one. There's so many hunks now in anime. They've really got their market back.
Yes,
it's no longer just like sexy ladies. There's like hot daddies now in anime. So, I mean, that's good. I want all the milfs and daddies that you can get.
I'm trying to come up with a portmanteau of like dadame, daddy.
Is it like
daddy
Bang or something? What's the name of that one?
It's yaoi band anime. Matt, don't look up yaoi, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
And now, what does that mean?
Yaoi just means boys love, which really is talking about male male homo.
Is this like a
relationships.
NAMBLA situation?
Yeah, sometimes.
What is the name of the stupid thing?
I'm scrolling through a list of anime now, and we're gonna get to it.
Yeah.
We're just looking through. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about how heavy are the dumbbells you lift. Have you heard of this one?
No.
The Do You Even Lift Bro anime? It's an anime about like a fucking workout club in school.
I heard about that.
Where they all like are lifting, and if you are into ladies' thighs and like sweating, this is an anime for you because there's a bunch of thick ass ladies pumping iron.
And people are actually watching this and then going ahead and be like, wow, working out looks awesome.
Yeah, that's what my brother was talking about. He was like,
yeah,
this anime gets you pumped to want to work out because it's like, I think one of the main characters is like just a dude who's like schlubby and he wants to get ripped. So that's like kind of the point.
All right. The anime is called Given.
Okay. I knew it had a really basic name.
Yeah.
I scrolled over that one because...
But it might be the Japanese version if I'm looking on this website. Like the Japanese name instead of the English name. What's the English name of the workout one? Because on this website it's the Dumbbell Non Kilo Moteru.
How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Is the name of that. And it's a question, so it's like literally, do you even lift, bro? The name.
And like, but then what's the plot?
Do you even lift, bro?
I think it's like they probably have some sort of like weightlifting competition. I'm assuming if it's a school slice of life anime, or if it's a slice of life anime, it just might be about like kids. Like anime contains multitudes, which is why anime is good and awful at the same time. Because there's very good stuff and then very trash.
Let me get my announcer's voice. I got this.
Okay.
During a regular after-school grub crawl, gluttonous high schooler Hibiki Sakura is confronted about her ever-expanding waistline by her best friend Ayaka Uehara. With her attempts at solitary exercise failing miserably, Hibiki decides to join the newly opened Silverman Gym. At her orientation, Hibiki runs into student council president and school idol Akemi Soryuin. Oh, why is this jumping? Okay. This website sucks. However, it soon turns out that Hibiki is in for a lot more than she bargained for. Not only is Silverman Gym full of world-renowned bodybuilders and athletes, but to make matters worse, Akemi...
Oh. I think the Matrix broke. Is it just for me?
Aruzo Machio.
No, it broke for me too.
Completely enthralled with her newfound Prince Charming, Hibiki signs up as a gym member. Now, as a result of her spur-of-the-moment decision, Hibiki must adapt to her new lifestyle.
Got it. She wants to get the hot workout guy.
Yep.
I think the other trope from anime.
If I watched this, it would just make me feel really bad about the current state of my body.
The other trope from this year is protect your daughter or younger sister. The anime. There's like a cute 10-year-old daughter who's like either being attacked by demons or stuff. Because there's the what's that Slayer? What's the Demon Slayer anime? And then there's if it's for my daughter, I'd even defeat the demon lord.
And this is how the clouds are talking and.
He just had some tech support that he just got pulled off the podcast to do. That's good. Anyway, yeah. So anime was a mistake, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that down. Anime, but also we got MILFs this year, so it's progression. 371. Matt, we've done too many episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, let's pack it up. Fuck this.
371, huh? How does that feel? I feel nostalgic now because of that. So we talked about Key and Peele. What have you been up to?
Are we in the podcast right now?
Didn't we start?
I don't know. I don't know if we introed.
I don't think I did an intro.
I was like, this is a really long pre-show.
I am never, ever going to cut this in. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. This is episode 371. I'm John Danger, as always. This is Matthew Allen Hag.
Yes,
Why do I know your middle name?
I don't know.
I think you told me once, and so it just stuck in my brain.
But this is Matthew Allen Hag, and
Matthew
TJ
Aaron
is away
Hag.
right now doing something.
Yeah, TJ got called off for tech support. So I guess at this point, I'll probably just edit an intro because I think there was a point where I was like, let me get this rant about home shit done quick. And then I was like, let's get started. And then we talked about anime. TJ talked about some dumbass Warriors game. And then we talked about Senran Kagura, which is an anime. And then we got way into anime. So.
Yeah, which is
Anyway.
how it happens with anime. You just
Exactly.
one thing leads to another, and then you're too deep into it.
Yeah, one thing leads to another, and you got fucking 20 wall scrolls and 3 body pillows. You're deep in it. Oh, here comes TJ. I'm going to inform him the fact that we did not make an intro for this episode.
She's watching New Aladdin, and she had the descriptive English on and didn't know how to turn it off.
Oh, the descriptive English. I love that, by the way. The descriptive English. Wait a minute. The descriptive English, is that the audio stuff, right?
That is the audio stuff for the blind or hard of seeing. Yep.
So it's a thing that they're adding to like Blu-rays and DVDs and shit is descriptive audio, where it describes the scenes and like scene changes and things.
And they'll do it. They'll like get an actual good narrator to read it in kind of a cool voice.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool idea because
it's just annoying when you're trying to watch it.
Yeah, if you got it turned on by accident, you're like, "What the fuck's happening? Why is there a guy narrating everything on the screen?"
It keeps saying a monkey's running across the screen. I don't care. I see that.
So TJ, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes.
Did we do an intro for this episode?
No, we did not.
We was talking about anime for like 7 hours without
Yes, we
intro.
did. And we still missed O Maidens in Your Savage Season, which I really want to see too.
What's that one about?
That one is about...
It's the last one we're talking about. We got to move on.
It's about girls going through puberty, how everything in this time is all dicks and vaginas.
Oh.
Wait, what?
It's a really good coming of age. It's kind of halfway between a shonen and a shoujo anime, because they do it in a way it's written by a woman writer. The original manga was, but O Maidens in Our Savage Season.
Yeah. Again,
that's
anime
how you
is,
do a fucking title.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great anime. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's such a good. I've heard that was really good.
Yeah.
Where it was like a bunch of. It was like the horniness, but from a high school girl's perspective.
Yeah,
it's like a thing that really exists. So,
the innocence gets broken in one of the main characters when she ends up walking in on someone masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it starts. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that sounds good if you're into that. You know what I'm into, though?
Fixing your deck.
Fixing my deck. I'm not into it, so I'm looking at contractors. Don't want to do it. What about the Hensuki? Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie?
Oh, god damn it.
Wait, is that a title?
Yes, it is.
So, guy gets like fucking like super sexualized girl wants to like bang him, but she's the pervert, I guess. That's like flipping the trope around.
I've been watching lists of the spring and summer anime, but I've not been watching them. It's
honestly worth it to just watch lists and like reviewers that go over all the spring and summer animes with like short descriptions of them because like I'm looking at this list of just the summer, and now there are 4 seasons in anime. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter, and each season has its own shows. And the summer only season has like 30 shows because that's how anime is.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to go through, and a lot of stuff's recurring, multiple seasons and whatnot. But I think this fall we got to look forward to. Isn't My Hero Academia coming back?
It's already a couple episodes out.
Okay, yeah, I got to get back in on that. So
I know, and Food Wars is back too.
Yeah, so we're already in the fall anime season, so we can talk about that in a future episode. But I think we've animated enough.
Do they still have the ones about the giant robots fighting each other?
Yeah, there's still a few.
Yeah.
What do they call them? It's not just mecha anime. What is it?
It is. I mean, you can just say mecha anime.
Mecha, yeah.
Gundam
yes. Stuff.
What was the anime from last season? What was the mecha one? The big one that was Studio Trigger?
Oh, I don't remember.
Was that
Springer last year?
Darling in the Franxx.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Darling in the Franxx.
You control a mech by fucking.
No, the guy is just positioned behind the woman in the controls in a manner of her butt facing where his pelvis area is.
He's got to work that joystick to make the thing go.
Yeah. Darling in the Franxx was an anime in which a boy and girl have to pilot a mech together. And it was very much a great anime, though, because it was like you got these like teens that are like basically forced to partner up with girls, which they may or may not be interested in, and their like relationships, as well as also you have to save the world from aliens that are killing everyone. So, like, I don't know, very, very Evangelion-esque.
You might be able to watch at least half of it on Verve free, not Verve Premium.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Darling in the Franxx.
With 2 X's.
Yeah, it's FRANXX. Yep. Fuck yeah.
And you sure that's not just an indie band?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a sexy anime girl with horns in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what everyone was losing it over.
Yeah. You should see the Rule 34. It's all there.
Yeah. Let's move on to Matt. Matt, you did stuff.
Kind of. I played a bunch of World of Warcraft. That's pretty cool. It's a cool thing to do.
I feel like you had a weekend similar to my weekend in the fact that you probably had a lot of stuff you wanted to do, and then you ended up not doing any of it in favor of doing other things that were like more what you wanted to do and not what you needed to do.
Yeah. That's all of the weekends for me, though.
So I was like, this is the John weekend to watch and do shit that can't do when my wife's around, because she's like
all those animes you've been talking about.
No, I haven't watched any anime.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I didn't play any games this weekend. I played World of Warcraft for about 30 minutes today because I was like, I don't know, I need to level up, and I'm only level 47.
Yeah.
Matt, what level are you?
57.
So you bypassed Spanky.
Oh yeah, that happened a while ago. Well, he quit playing. 54? He just I haven't seen him on in like weeks.
He was 53.
Why did he quit?
I don't know, because he hates video games.
That is true.
Yeah.
He does hate a lot of things. I thought it was because of the Hong Kong stuff, but
that's probably the start of it, and that just kept him out.
I suppose. I was going to call him out about that, but if you watch football and you're football is a little bit more problematic, I think, than Blizzard in terms of actual racial things that are happening. But anyway, let's not get into that morass. How is life at 57, Matt? You're almost 60.
It's pretty good. I had a couple hundred gold saved up, and then I decided I wanted to max out my professions instead of like trying to get a mount at 60. So there's that. I mean, the mount at 60 is 900 gold, right? Yeah, and I had like 300 saved up so far. So I wouldn't have been at 900 by the time I got 60 anyway. And I figure if I can...
like 400, 500 though, maybe.
Yeah, but now the plan is if I can just get a hold of like a couple rare recipes as I'm doing these end game instances, then maybe I can make money off one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, TJ, someone's dying in your home.
Yeah. Someone sneezed 4 rooms away.
Wow.
But yeah,
good
like I'm at the
flow.
point now where I don't have a ton of experience with any of these places I'm supposed to go.
Ah, you've gotten past the I've already played this part.
Like
Oh, I did.
I know I played some like level 60 instances, but it's not like everything up to and including Scarlet Monastery I ran like thousands of times. So I just had them completely memorized. And then like Sunken Temple I ran a couple of times, so I was like vaguely familiar with it. I think I ran BRD like once.
I have probably run BRD like 100 times. It is my favorite instance in the entire game. That's Blackrock Depths.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft.
And so I was looking up like
Yeah.
how long it takes to do a full BRD run, and it said 4 to 6 hours, and I was like, fuck.
But nobody does full runs, so
Yeah.
BRD is
I
very
saw a
much
couple of people advertising for it, but it was rare.
Well, BRD is basically, I think people just do the general skip. So if you go off, so the cool thing about BRD is an instance, and I know a lot about it because I've been in it about probably 100 times, is there's like 20 bosses in it or something, maybe more anyway, but it's like it's a cool lore location because it's the Dark Iron Dwarves like city. And the Dark Iron Dwarves are like evil dwarves, and they're like got dark like stone like colored skin.
Yeah, and
Like
red eyes.
Rocks basically, and red eyes. And so you're like going into their city, and there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a combat arena where you have to like, where if you like go in, you'll have to fight like gladiators. There's like a jail, and there's like a jailer that you got to free people from it for quests on one side, and then if you go to the other side, it's like the entrance into the like fortress of the Dark Iron Dwarves, and you fight General Angerforge. And so, like, you can skip all of this, like, early stuff, basically. Oh, there's a forge in there that you need to use to make certain blacksmithing items. There is the entrance to the raid, Molten Core, is in that dungeon. And you can actually go into Molten Core through the dungeon. Originally, that was their plan, to make people go through Blackrock Depths to get to the Molten
like
Core
the
entrance.
actual instance part?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. But now you can just get to the entrance and you like click a rock, and then you can get to it through the entrance outside the dungeon entrance. And then and so then like the cool thing is that if you have the key from the jailer or whatever, or you've done part of the dungeon, then there's like a door to the left that you can just walk through, or if you have a rogue that can lockpick.
Yeah.
And so then you just go through the side door and fight the General Angerforge, and then when you defeat him, you unlock the gates to go into the city. And then there's the tavern, which is really cool. The Grim Guzzler Tavern, that's like an NPC area in the middle of a dungeon. So it's really awesome. It's like you're going through a dungeon, and there's a break where you can like buy food and drink, sell stuff and repair, all just like in this little area where there's a bunch of like dwarves dancing and shit. That's so good. And then you move on deeper into the fortress and fight like all the like Dark Iron Dwarf armies, like golems they've made. It's just all the way up until you kill the king and queen of the Dark Iron Dwarves. So it's really cool. It's such a long instance, but most runs just go for like the like princess runs or queen runs or whatever.
Yeah, I saw like arena runs. I think people were talking about.
You don't want to do those. There's no good loot over there.
Yeah,
that's somebody doing a quest.
And yeah, I don't know. I guess like maybe I'll do whatever it gets me the key first. But there's really only a couple of quests that I care about because I want the rewards. So like whatever the Eye of Ogremar quest thing is, I'll have to do that. So I guess it's good to know that I can just do. I just need to look up whatever part I need has the like thing that I need, and just go for that and not be committed to 4 to 6 hours.
That's it. It's Emperor Dagon Thurician is the second. Yeah. So reading a guide, they split the dungeon in half. There's the first half, which is the getting the key and doing like the arena and all that stuff that I heard.
Yeah.
And then the second half is like actually fighting the Dark Iron Army. And that's the important one. That's the side with all the good stuff. And there's a reputation in that fucking instance. Thorium Brotherhood, which is like Dark Iron, like blacksmithing recipes. It's just so cool. And the fucking instance is on, like, you have to go down like a chain over lava.
Yeah.
It's like one of the coolest areas in the entire
I went
game.
there earlier and I just checked it out to see like how to get to the instance entrance. And there was just massive PvP battles going on. There's just like skeletons everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, to get the key, you just have to like go a certain way. It's not too hard. But I never ever did the non-key parts in classic in like vanilla. Like that side of the instance.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing like really worth it over there for like in terms of like end game loot. It's all the other way.
Yeah, and I'm looking at like the quests that I want to do, and it looks like it's mostly all like the princess and
yep,
all that shit.
There'll be a couple things over there, but for the most part, you're going to be wanting to defeat the big bosses. Anyway, it's the best instance in the game. I don't know how much more I'm going to play Classic WoW. I don't want to like jump off the train.
You're gonna abandon me too.
It's just it's slowing down a lot when you get close to max level. And
yeah, like from there, it's just what gear do you want to get, and then eventually PvP.
Yeah, that's the thing I kind of want to play.
Yeah,
PvP. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like. I was so gung ho about like I want to raid again, and get cool shit. But the time commitment for WoW, like, if you want to be a real casual player and raid, it's hard. It's hard, even with it being easier.
Yeah.
Because there's so many more people that are way more into the game now. So I think raiding's a little bit easier, but I don't know. I already did that.
Yeah, I can see myself doing like a molten core raid and like do the like big ones once and then being like done with it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it was like you really have to be in a big group for Classic WoW to really like work. And that's kind of why I wanted to join the Something Awful guild, because I knew there would just be a lot of people there. And it would be a community that we could lean on basically to like do stuff, because there'll always be people trying to do runs and that. But I don't know. Like, I think I understand that have done that. I've been there, done that. I still like playing the game though. But like, I don't know how much I'm going to try and raid because I got a life. It's like a lot of commitment. It's like 2 nights.
Yeah,
to raid.
It's not what I'm looking
8 hours a week of just raiding. But when you get to 60 and you get a lot of the blue gear out of the top dungeons, it's really the only thing you can do to like get better gear.
Yeah.
So,
I guess like in terms of PvP, am I going to be completely fucked if I don't have raid gear?
Yeah. To be honest. Because at this point, because they don't have any PvP instilled before the raid gear like got really big, I think a lot of people are going to have raid pieces. And having been a classic vanilla WoW raider back in the day with like lots of Molten Core and Blackwing Lair raiding pieces, you fucking annihilate people that aren't geared. It's just the way it's done. Like, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to the world PvP they're going to do, and I really need to get up to 60. Leveling a warrior sucks so much ass. I picked the hardest class to level is the problem.
Yeah,
I still want to go back, but I have things I got to get straightened out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You got like life things going on.
Well, and I don't have a rig. I don't have I won't have.
That's part of life.
Computer. Yeah,
Computers are life.
All right, let's read it.
But I could see
the...
myself like just to put a bow on this. I could see myself just like getting max level, getting a decent amount of gear, and then kind of just checking into battlegrounds and stuff whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'll stop paying for a subscription anytime soon, but I think I will kind of taper off my play after I get max level and get a couple of the big things out of the way. Like I want to get the epic mount, and I want to get my like special priest weapon that is a pain in the ass to get.
Yeah. Warrior is consensus the hardest class level because you have no health regeneration abilities.
So you don't have to stop, to settle down your play. Time to start leveling your alt.
that also
true.
might happen.
At least get your 19 ready to twink for next year's Warsong Gulch.
Yeah.
Paladins are really slow to level as well.
I also thought, like, what if after I get 60, I'd just go around, I'd set no minimum on Questy, and I'd just go around and try and complete every quest.
That's a lot of quests.
Yeah.
There's no reason to do that.
I don't know. It could be fun.
I would just level an alt and do those quests on an alt. Make it worth it. Level a hunter.
I just want 100% the game, John.
Mm-hmm.
I want 100%. Wow.
To be fair, though, according to a lot of people, priest is the second hardest tier to level. And then also rogue, which I was thinking about doing.
I don't know. I don't feel like I've had a terrible time.
I feel like priest isn't that hard to level, to be honest.
No.
You have good self-healing, and you do a lot of damage, especially as a shadow priest.
Yeah. Maybe just like holy priests are hard to level because you basically
I should have done
Spear Tap.
I should have done Spear Tap. That would have helped.
Yeah, anyway, but I chose the hardest class to level, and I feel like I think I might just have to change to a different class. Like, I like playing warrior. I like big crits, and I cannot lie. Which is all what arms warriors are about, but it's a hard class to play.
You should switch to Paladin.
I think I'm going to switch to. I think I might switch to Rogue, which is a class that I mained for the back half of most of the expansions of World of Warcraft. I don't know, guys. Why did I pick Warrior? I picked Warrior because I was like, I want to play Warrior, and I can be the tank for the group, and TJ can heal, and Spanky can damage, and Matt can damage, and we got our group. And then everyone just kind of doesn't play at the same time.
I still want to, but
it's so hard. Being an adult sucks.
All right, we need to get away from this for a second.
Guys.
Should we do an Am I the Asshole?
Let's do an Am I the Asshole? I need to drink water.
Or should I talk about Am I an Asshole?
Oh, God.
With my little tant from last week.
Yeah. Whichever one you want, but I need to get water.
Okay.
I have no preference. You got two choices.
What are you assholes doing?
Two assholes to choose from.
I do have two assholes to choose from. Matt, do you know this story?
No.
Okay.
Don't.
Do you see it? Do you see it in the doc?
Let me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the tant now.
Okay. We'll go ahead and talk about this. So this is a little bit off topic from the Reddit, am I the asshole? So I'm gonna kind of start waiting until John gets back because he should have his water in his hand. He should be coming to sit back on his seat anytime now. Anytime now.
Yeah, that's fine. He'll just edit this out, hopefully.
Okay, perfect. So we need to kind of change gears for a second He's not getting back. I can't. I can't segue this properly because I want him to hear it. Yes, he'll hear it in the edit. That's not the point.
God damn it, John. How far away is your sink?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I heard him.
Yeah, he probably popped ice cubes out of his out of the ice cube tray itself. That's what took him so long.
He had to go on an Arctic expedition to get the ice.
Yeah, that's 100% what happened. Yep, there it is. All right, so we're gonna get out of the Reddit idea and we're gonna go to medical fun times.
Oh no.
We're gonna go to medical fun times. John knows the story a bit,
A little bit,
but it's been a while, so it's about time for me to retell it or tell it on the podcast at least.
Yep.
So, so my freshman year of college. So this is still before John was even attending Edgewood at the time.
That's right. I was a
He
little
was just
baby
a
boy.
twinkle in his father's eye.
I was just
Yeah.
a twink. Go in.
You
my
were
father's
never
eye.
a twink.
Level 19 twink.
You're right. My twink dreams, except for level 19 in Warsong Gulch, baby.
Oh man, I want Warsaw.
Wow,
That's
reference.
next
All right.
year.
Yeah, moving
All right.
on.
So, since attending college, I was just realizing that it was really, really uncomfortable to sit down. And what I was noticing is, I'm like, you get pimples all over your body if you've had them on arms, legs, and whatnot. And I'm getting this weird one right where my tailbone meets the crack.
Mhm.
Okay.
And, I'm not, at this point, I'm not into the WebMDs. I'm not looking things up. And WebMD wasn't very strong at this time anyway.
So you
I
had a
was thinking,
crap pimple.
Yeah, I had a crap pimple.
The crack pimple.
It's a crap pimple.
Uh,
Crack pimple. That's fine.
let's moving on.
So I kept
Crimple.
trying to pop this thing, and it wouldn't go. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Till what was exposed was the size of a small marble.
Okay.
Not the shooter, just the
Not
ones
the
that you're
shooter.
knocking out of the ones you're knocking out of the ring.
Not my Aggie. Jealous
Um,
marble runs, but with TJ's ass pimple. Okay. That's a YouTube.
Man, I need to go back and watch.
I know.
more of
Go
those.
watch more marble runs, man.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot
Marble
about
Olympics. Yeah. So anyway, so when I went back for winter holiday, I'm like, this is a problem. I'm probably gonna need to get it checked out, and I ended up getting scheduled for a surgery. I found out it was I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but it's a pilonidal cyst. Which is usually just ingrown hair, and it just
Yeah.
it does what cysts do. It can
I've had one.
cause big blisters and whatnot.
Yep, big old ingrown hair causing a huge blister. I had one in a bad area as well, right above my wingle wang.
Above the wingle wing,
Yeah,
because I hear about it. The scrotal taint.
no,
Area.
not that area. This was like above the wang.
Okay,
area.
so they ended up. It was outpatient surgery, but they ended up taking out. How they described it, one heaping open handful of pus and blood. So it's not just that little
Gross.
ball that was out.
Yeah.
I had a lot of inner flesh that had to be taken out in order to
Oh,
clear
good.
it. And I spent 2 months having to unpack the dressings and pack it back in so it would heal from the inside out.
And it eventually, made its way back out to the skin, or
Well, just about. But on normal people, your spine to your crack kind of just makes a nice little
Yep.
smooth shape going downward.
Yep.
I have a little spot where the scar is, where you
Yeah.
can kind of go up a little bit,
a little
So-
divot.
just a little divot. You could fit another marble there.
It's your marble storage. You ever need to
Um,
smuggle a marble onto a plane?
So we kind of incorporated that amongst the buddies and I, the Drews and the Erics.
Yeah. This is how I had heard about it.
I just became I don't know if I was just two ass, double asshole, but that was the running joke, and I didn't mind. It's all fun and giggles until I get another pilonidal cyst, which hasn't happened.
That's good. Let's knock on wood. Wow.
That reverbed quite a bit.
Yeah, it did.
Wait, really?
Yes, you'll hear it in the audio.
Is it really bad?
Yeah, it's like you are knocking on a wind tunnel about 40 meters down.
That's insane. It's because the microphone here is hooked onto a table clamp.
Okay.
And I don't have a shock mount because it's a fucking Yeti mic.
Yeah.
And they suck ass and they don't have standard fucking fittings on the bottom. So I can't. Actually, I think this one does have a standard fitting. I think they changed that up. But I didn't want to put the shock mount on this because it was just, I was lazy.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go ass to ass and go right into this. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, TJ knows about his assholes. Let's find out if someone else is an asshole.
All right. I want a partial judgment just from the title alone. Are you ready?
Yes.
Am I the asshole for indirectly causing my bully to get a tattoo that says hot dog?
Absolutely not.
No.
If it's your bully and something happened to them, you're never the asshole.
That seems like a fine tattoo to have as well.
Yeah.
That's
I would
the kind
want
of
a hot dog
tattoo you
tattoo
could just roll with it, you know? I just want a hot dog across my tongue.
I want that wiener in my mouth.
All right. So I've just barely skimmed this, so we're gonna all have fun together.
Okay.
Backstory. I'm a third generation Vietnamese immigrant. I don't speak Vietnamese. My parents do, but not at home. I don't know much about my culture, and I don't really care to find out. I've lived in Canada my entire life.
I think I know where this is going, and 100% not the asshole.
Okay. My parents lived in Canada their entire lives. Yeah, I'm Vietnamese, but I wouldn't consider myself Vietnamese any more than your average Canadian would consider themselves Irish or Swedish.
Yeah, I was
whatever.
about to say, I feel like third generation immigrant is where the point where it's like,
yeah,
grandma's from the old country, but you know, everyone else in the family grew up here, so.
Exactly. I'm in 9th grade and my family recently moved, so for a month I've been at a new school. I'm not severely bullied per se. He spelled that wrong, but you know, whatever. He's 9th grade.
He's Canadian.
Exactly. But there is one. Per se is Latin. That's basically French. He should have gotten that.
Yeah, that's true.
But there is one guy who
he hasn't finished his grade 10 yet, eh? I'm sorry.
Hey.
Go ahead.
But there is one guy who constantly harasses me. The way my school works is we have a homeroom, and you go to all your classes with your homeroom until 11th grade when you pick your own courses.
Wait, he said 11th grade?
Yeah, you go with the same class as you switch classes.
No, I understand that, but no, he didn't say grade 11.
No, he said 11th grade in here.
That's how I've always heard Canadians call it. Like they're grade 10, they're grade 9, grade 11.
He's probably in Saskatchewan, so it's probably different.
This is fake. All right, go ahead.
Fake news.
So I'm with this guy constantly. He is always snapping my bra strap. Okay, there's something I didn't expect.
Wait, it's a lady.
Yeah.
Getting picked on by a man who likes you, apparently.
He's always snapping my bra strap, doing squinty eyes at me, asking me lewd questions.
I went from immediate like, oh, it's a playful boy to, oh, he's racist. All right, go ahead.
If I get annoyed or say anything, he goes, looks like somebody's on their period, etc., etc.
Is this Adam Carolla?
Yeah, basically.
What's going on here?
He asked to copy my math homework and has tried to cheat off my math test before because Asians are good at math, right? Never mind, I have a 74% in that course. We have tech, and the teacher in that class doesn't give a fuck, so most people screw around on the computers for the hour. A few days ago, he was talking loudly about how his buddy got a tattoo gun off eBay, and he was going to get a tattoo. He then shouts at me something along the lines of, hey, fake name, you're Chinese. Translate courage and bravery to Chinese for me.
This is where I was hoping it was going.
This is 100% that happened, though.
Yeah, I
This is
know.
too perfect of a setup. There's no, I mean, I understand this probably person got bullied, but there's no way this actually happened with the tattoo. But go ahead.
I started to say no. I'm not Chinese and I don't speak Mandarin. But then I stop and say, sure. So I go on Google Translate and type in hot dog, copy it on some paper as best I could, and give it to him. He excitedly shows everyone. I figure he'll not actually get the tattoo, or at least check himself to see if it's right. But nope. Today he showed up proud as fuck with hot dog in Chinese characters on his arm. Or at least I think it says hot dog. I don't know. I don't speak Mandarin. Am I the asshole? Now he has a permanent embarrassing tattoo. I didn't think he'd be dumb enough to actually get it. And I feel guilty as fuck, even though he is a prick.
I mean, this isn't real, but you definitely shouldn't feel guilty because it's his own fault for not looking it up, because he literally like did the let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
He could have easily done this himself, but he just wanted to be racist to you. So yeah, no, man, 100% not the asshole. That's great. It's fucking classic. Classic Canadian comedy.
Goofberries says, not the asshole. Revenge this time is best served with mustard and relish.
Mustard and relish. Wow, no ketchup, huh?
It's Canadian, eh?
How do you guys like your dogs?
Actually,
let's talk about our dogs.
Okay.
How do you like your dog?
Let's talk about you.
TJ Chicago style, right?
I hate veggies, so
okay.
Especially pickles. My whole family loves pickles. I can't stand them.
I could eat
pickles.
a jar of pickles.
I have.
Pickles, no relish.
They make you shit yourself. You eat a whole jar.
I will say I once ate a whole jar of pickles and then drank a glass of chocolate milk, and I wanted to die. It was such a bad decision.
I read the 4chan about that too.
Really? Wait,
where a guy ate like 3 jars of pickles.
Oh, okay.
Completely shat like green liquid into the toilet, and then and it's like, man, I'm ready for another jar of pickles.
Well, yeah, it depends on whether they're like vinegar based or classic salt based. But if they're the fermented salt ones, then it's just like drinking seawater, and you can absorb that. You just shit out water.
Yeah, it's gonna overload your entire like intestines. So you want to get the vinegar based pickles if you want to binge.
But the other ones are full of probiotics.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? Sorry, TJ.
All right, so I've got 2 favorite hot dogs.
Okay.
And it depends on my feeling. One, I'll go all shitty Sonic and go ahead and go chili cheese dog.
I thought you meant Sonic the restaurant, but actually I think they have chili dogs there.
Yeah, they have this.
But you want to go Sonic the Hedgehog style chili dog. Chili dog, yes. Great call. Okay.
Yeah. But if I'm just kind of classic day and I don't have chili around, ketchup, mustard. If I have it, shredded cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheesy dog. You like a cheesy wiener. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt, what about you? Some sort of organic tofu dog?
No, for a hot dog, I'm like leaning into the garbage, and I'm just going to use ketchup and yellow mustard. But if I'm having like a brat or something, then I'm going to throw...
Oh, you're a kraut eater, aren't you?
Yeah, I love sauerkraut. I love just straight up horseradish. Straight up horseradish on there, and like... maybe some kind of ketchup with like a spice in it or something with a little extra kick.
Yeah, tangy ketchup.
Why don't you do the spicy brown mustard with that?
Yeah,
I have done that. I also do a lot of horseradish mustards too.
Okay.
Yeah, my typical brat is sauerkraut and like brown mustard.
I got like just an actual thing of like horseradish paste. And I still haven't figured out how to properly meter it so that it doesn't blast my whole face off.
Oh my god! At the house,
it's like it has to be mixed with something else before I apply it or something.
Yeah, at our house, we did Christmas at our house for families, and so everyone came up, and I made prime rib, made in the oven. But I bought this like creamy horseradish, sauce or whatever. Mm-hmm. That shit is strong as fuck, and it's already in sauce form. Like it is just a little dab will do. I'm like, I'm thinking this year when we do it, I'm gonna have to take that sauce and then mix it with like sour cream or something to like cut it down. It is so strong. Like whip it with but my dogs, I'm very particular about my dogs, and I should have done it this weekend because Lauren's out of town, and she
Yeah.
hates hot dogs, which is the correct position to have, to be honest. But
Yeah.
True.
I love
but-
hot dogs because they're trash.
Yep.
I gotta have natural casing wieners. Gotta have that snap, like the skin that snaps.
All right.
I like the skin that snaps, but I don't like the skin that just sticks around.
Well, yeah, that's fair enough. But I like the skin that snaps. I like a good
Oh.
snap.
For me, if I'm getting a hot dog, it's like, no, it's going to be a shitty ass Oscar Mayer one.
Hey,
I'm gonna
there's
go
something to
full
be said about
garbage.
ballpark Franks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I get that too. But I like the fancier ones, so I'll get like the fancier, more expensive hot dogs. But I like to make them Chicago style with dill pickle spear, celery salt, ketchup, mustard, sometimes peppers. But I don't know. I'm an old man, and my stomach doesn't like hot peppers as much anymore. So, but anyway,
Poppy
yeah,
seed
I
bun?
like poppy seed bun. Yeah, if I can. Well, it's kind of hard to find sometimes. So.
Yeah.
But full on Chicago style if I can.
What's
But
your favorite?
otherwise, just ketchup and mustard, you know?
What's everyone's favorite dog prep then? Like, how do you like to cook your dog?
I'd grill them. Griddle them on each side.
I
Get
just
the
have
sear.
a cast iron pan that I
Yeah.
throw them in to try and
Oh, there
like
you go,
simulate grilling.
Yep. Yeah, I just got a griddler, which is like a grill press.
Yeah,
Get
that's how I
the
like
nice
doing
char.
them. But a lot of times, just for convenience and just making a whole bunch at once. I've done the boil. I've done the microwave.
Oh yeah, I've done
Don't
microwave prep.
microwave. The boil is somewhat defensible, but the microwave is like way worse. It's not much easier than boiling. Boiling is so easy.
It's 45 seconds and some pork prongs in it.
Jeez. So it doesn't explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, man. Nah. I gotta like fancy them up when I have them, so who knows. Anyway, thank you for your dog preferences. Dogcast will move on off of hot dogs to
actual
dog.
dogs.
no, I don't have anything to say about my dog other than she's the best.
If you had to eat your dog,
princess.
how would you?
Would I eat my
prepare
dog?
her?
I don't know.
How would you prepare her? Chicago style.
Yeah, Chicago style.
Judy's a good pups.
She's a good pup. What am I going to talk about, guys? I watched some movies.
Tell us about a movie.
I don't really want to talk about the movies.
Tell us
that
about
I watched.
Something that's not a
tell,
movie.
tell me how you're liking the Breaking Bad follow-up.
Yeah, I started watching Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. Yeah, so I watched El Camino, which was the Breaking Bad sequel movie,
Mhm.
and I was like, man, I really should watch that show that takes place in the Breaking Bad universe, created and like production, like show run by the guy who did Breaking Bad, because I like him so much. And Better Call Saul is exactly what I wanted it to be. It's more Breaking Bad style like show, like the tension and the crime and the I don't know. It's just good. And Bob Odenkirk's one of my favorite actors, like comedic actors, and he's just amazing in the show.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you're the one who introduced me to Mr. Show.
Yeah, he's a crooked lawyer, if that makes sense. But he's not crooked, at least at this point. It kind of is a prequel to Breaking Bad, because you see his character in Breaking Bad who has a different name in Breaking Bad. So it's kind of all about the origins of his law practice that he has by the end of that show is like what is you see in Breaking Bad. So anyway, it's really good though. Like we're just incredible. I like Vince Gilligan's like style of shooting. Yeah. Big fan.
I need to finish Breaking Bad. I've only got a season in me.
Big
so.
fan. Yeah.
I haven't
It's really good.
started.
You should. It's good. I think the
I
people
heard it's
overhyped
about
it.
science.
Yeah,
It's
there's
well done.
science in
Yeah.
it. I think that people overhyped it a bit, and the people that watched it was a bad fandom, but it does deserve the praise it got because it is very smart as a show.
All right,
Yeah,
Matt,
so-
Matt mentioned science, and not even science corner stuff right now, but is it bad that I have more experience watching
assholes,
the USA series Weird Science than I've seen the movie Weird Science? I
Yeah,
don't
what-
remember the movie Weird Science.
Okay, what is
There's
the
a
USA
TV show of Weird
series?
Science.
Yes, there was a serialized TV series with completely different actors that was made probably about 10 years after the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something that was on recently.
No,
The
this
gritty
is still
reboot of Weird Science. They made
That's
a lady
just-
with a computer.
Yeah, that was the plot of Weird Science. Is these
Yeah.
two boys make a lady with a computer, and she's super sexy,
Yeah.
and they want to like bone her, but the plot is like, don't be toxic masculinity. It's a good message, actually. Is the whole point of it?
It was on 4 years on USA.
Oh wow, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was someone did a where you put in your date. Oh, the date of you put your there's someone did a thing on Twitter where you put the date of your birth in, and you post the GIF animate or like the first animated GIF that comes up with that search. And mine was the brother from Weird Science when he was in like the fucking Job of the Hutt form they turned him into.
Okay.
I forget the name though. He was played by Bill Paxton.
Chet?
Yeah. But he gets turned into like a slob monster because he's a dickwad. So I felt like that worked for me. I feel like I have a cold.
Weird Science had 88 episodes.
Yeah.
Fucking
I've
What
watched
Christ.
at least half of it.
happened?
You talk about peak television being right now. We'll talk about 88 episodes of Weird Science, the television program.
So, TJ, you've seen this, right?
Yes, I've seen it.
What-
And
Was it like a
And-
Monster of the Week style show?
in a way, because I know that they also
94 to 98.
there was one episode where they ended up kind of Bill and Ted themselves, where they ended up having to play games against the devil for some reason. Because I mean, I don't know if in the original movie she was like a magic genie as well, but they
No.
kind of go through she's basically just a digital genie that does stuff in in the real world. And it was Vanessa Angel who played the role of Lisa in the TV series. I'm trying to remember where else I've seen her, because I know I've recognized her before or since then. Oh yeah, Kingpin. She was the female interest.
Such an amazing song.
He's watching the trailer right now.
No, this is
the
just the
Oingo
Oingo
Boingo
Boingo.
Okay.
I got super into Oingo Boingo like 2 years ago. Fucking great, man. Danny Elfman, huh? Who would have thought?
Yeah, that guy's going places.
Somewhat a good. He's a good guy at music, huh? That Danny Elfman.
Yeah, he's all right.
Mhm.
So it was like a Monster of the Week show, huh?
Yeah. Kind of. Sometimes it was more like, whatever monster. Sometimes it was just like high school or the brother was the monster. And they just had to deal
Her
with
character
not
name
getting
was
in trouble.
Holly Hotloins.
What? No, it was,
I'm reading this on Wikipedia. Now it's
So-
saying that. Yep, go ahead.
Which part are you reading?
Oh wow.
It was her role was Lisa.
Lisa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Why did Google have that listed as her character name? Maybe it was in a different thing?
Maybe it was a
A spin-off episode?
no. Maybe it was a Wicked trolling. Just
It could be. You're right.
yeah.
I mean, Holly Hotloins is a pretty good name.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, she was the girl from Kingpin, and that was
Yes,
it.
she was. Yep.
Because after that, I don't see anything else. Except for maybe
She was
Super
in
Babies.
Super
and
Babies,
Geniuses
Baby
too.
Geniuses too.
Hey, TJ. Or Matt, you picked up the same thing
Yep.
as me.
And to tell you what else she's in, my fantasy casting for the live action remake of Do You Love Your Mother and her rad two-hand weapon thing.
Excuse me? Did you mean to say, do you love your mom and her two-hit multi-attack?
Yes,
Was that the name of it?
that's probably.
Yeah.
Do you love your mom and her two-hit multi-target attacks? Sorry, multi-target
Yes.
attacks. Lisa Drop-dead
Yep.
gorgeous genius with the powers of a magic genie. In the pilot episode, Gary claims that creating Lisa is possible because he saw it in a John Hughes movie.
Oh,
Wow, what a reference! Just here's the reference in case you didn't catch it.
Here, fourth wall.
I love that meme. God, I love all the Joker memes. You guys seen Joker, right? You guys want,
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
When Lauren and I think it was last week, we went to go see Halloween, the original Halloween, in theaters because it was at the Flicks Brew House here on the east side. And we were walking through the lobby, and there's this like dude who's clearly stoned who's like, "What's up? You guys gonna see Joker?" I was like, "What?" Like he had the perfect stoner voice. I was like, "No, I'm gonna go see Halloween." Anyway,
How
I
is
do
that
wanna see
Flicks
that.
Brew House place? I have never been there.
Fucking awesome, but it's expensive, but it's awesome. They have buttons where you can tattle on people.
Yeah, so
also-
so it's like following the what's it called? The Alamo Draft
Draft
House. Yeah.
Yes, correct. It is, but it also is like a restaurant that you watch a movie in because they have like food service, and you hit a button and the waiter will come out and refill your soda, or you put down that you want like popcorn and they'll like get you a popcorn, and then they give you your bill at the end of the movie and then you just sign the check.
So if
So
I
it can be
leave before
expensive.
the movie ends, then I get to eat for free.
No, they make you swipe the card ahead of time. So
Oh, fuck that.
it's like a bar. Like you have a tab open, they swipe the card and then they give it back, or then you give it back to you and then you just sign the check at the end. Yeah, so it's good. I think we spent like $50 though on food and stuff, but we also ate there. We got like sandwiches and fries and popcorn and sodas. So
Okay.
it's not like cheap, but it's not like super
Is it
expensive. Like the
decent restaurant quality food.
Nah, it's fine. I mean, you get like a burger and fries.
So you're like paying the markup for the fact for like the
It's not like okay, so
novelty.
it's not like high priced. It is like I think the chicken sandwich, the spicy chicken sandwich and fries I got I think was $11. So it's
Okay.
not like crazy expensive, but it's like more like Chili's prices with maybe Chili's quality food, if not a little lower.
Okay, that sounds fine.
It's doable. The menu was a lot smaller than I thought. I think it would be a perfect place to go and get like cheese curds, and stuff. Like because they have like bar food.
Yeah.
And they also have like their own brews there. They had like a Thanos brew, I think, like they'll do like seasonal beers. I love that theater though because it's not full of asshole kids. Which is the problem with the Sundance in Sun Prairie, or not the Sundance, the Sun Prairie Marcus, which is the other one I can go to.
Mm.
It is so many teens. It's because everybody moved out of Madison to live in Sun Prairie with their teens.
They're awful, awful children.
Yeah. It is though. Like I don't want to be a person who like wants to like be like old man yelling at cloud, but I am because teens ruin movies. And I should know. I was a teen who probably ruined older people's movie experiences.
John, should I introduce you to a nice part of Reddit for you?
What's that?
r/child free.
Okay. Now I remember the thing I wanted to bring up on this is that I've been following a new Twitter account.
Is it the best of r/child free?
It's the worst of r/child
That's what I
free.
said.
I think that's really good. It's really good how insane it is. I think my favorite.
The funny thing is, like, as annoying as children are, people that are really happy about not having children are usually worse.
Well, yeah, it's like I understand. Like, okay, I don't want to have kids. It's just not what I'm into.
So you can't
It's
turn
fine.
it into like your whole identity.
Yeah, which is what Reddit is. It's all about communities of completely like isolating yourself into an echo chamber. Like I'm just trying to find one, but like one of my favorites that I saw from this week, but I didn't save a post for myself, was one where this person was like bitching super hard. And this I think was pre-Reddit, so it was like a cross post from some other like child-free forum or some bullshit that existed before Reddit. But it was about the book release for the 5th Harry Potter book. and the Barnes and Nobles that they were living near had a costume party or a costume competition, and the winner of the costume competition got to open up the box and get the first copy from the store, be the first person to buy the book at the store. And they talked about how they spent all this time making their amazing costume as some fucking weird ass Harry Potter character that nobody cares about. And there was a person who had like a toddler who was dressed up as Harry Potter with the scar, and I'm sure it was very adorable. And the fucking toddler won. And the guy was absolutely incensed that this fucking kid won this costume competitions for this children's book that was being put on sale. And like he didn't get to have the first copy at his local Barnes and Nobles. Like what? Like that is just insane. Like it was just like the insanity of some people, but like it's a children's book, man. A kid won the prize at the children's book unveiling. I know you're an adult and you enjoy reading them, but they're kids books. I read them as a kid. Like I don't think, and he was like, he won't remember it, but I would have remembered it forever. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. Come on now. Anyway, that was a really good one. Matt, do you get angry at children winning costume contests that you're in?
So Gary Wallace and Wyatt Donnelly create a cyber genie, an attractive young woman called Lisa with the help of Wyatt's computer. And
I already read this. The sentence ends. It's like no description of what that show was.
No, but I'm looking at episode descriptions now, and the first one they send his older brother to hell. The first fucking episode.
This is like fucking Supernatural.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were standing in line and like, here's our costumes, and it's like 10 6-year-olds and this 25-year-old guy, and he's like, well, my costume wins. You're like, oh, they picked the baby.
Episode 9 keeps on ticking. Lisa gives the boys watches that count down to Wyatt's death and the loss of Gary's virginity.
Well, I mean, that was the big plot of the original show movie.
But there's just a very morbid like death theme throughout this show, it seems.
This is why TJ was into it. This show is fucking hardcore, is what it turns out. Matt, can you tell me another episode of Weird Science, please?
I mean, Monk wasn't on at the time, nor Psych, so...
Lisa makes bubblegum clones of Gary and Wyatt, which plot to take over their lives.
I just want to say this. Is that this show exists.
This show employed probably hundreds of people. If
once we can find these episodes, you can come watch them with us on Rabbit. All you gotta do is Discord.
Was on for so long. I had never heard it existed. This is a fucking TJ.
This is like one of those shows.
Did you create this today as a prank to me?
No.
Have you created this Wikipedia article and are pranking me? Is that why Holly Hotline showed up? Was that like a name you had and you're like, oh, that's too much. John will see through that. We're just going to call her Lisa with no last name.
I can't make a Metacritic with 5 for that short amount of time.
Okay. Anyway.
God.
Fucking A.
This is just like one of those shows that was on because nobody remembered to cancel it. It was just like, oh shit, is that still happening?
We will make time. We will watch at least an episode of this show.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you can rent it.
On YouTube?
Where is this showing? I don't know.
The theme song for the series was Weird Science by Oingo Boingo, the same as that used in the movie.
You can rent it on iTunes or Amazon Prime.
Can you still do Netflix, like, DVD rentals?
Yeah,
I think
you
so.
Just have to do that separate. It's a separate service on it.
So I started going... Okay, so I want to go on a bit of a rant for a minute. Guys, does that sound familiar? Does that seem like something I would do?
It's so unlike you. Are you feeling all right?
I don't know. I feel like I want to rant about movies for a minute. So I've been wanting to watch a lot of movies. I have a huge list on my phone of like movies that I've heard mentioned that I want to watch, like older movies. And looking on services, it's so hard to find these movies. Like, I feel like everything on Netflix and Hulu and Amazon is stuff from like 1999 forward, and nothing else is on there. Like movies that won Academy Awards and shit. Like Amazon Prime, you can find a lot of stuff to rent, but even then, there's some of these movies that I can't find. And we're talking about like me kind of going down deep dives and watching older movies and looking up actors and then finding other movies they were in like the 70s and 80s. It's hard to find some shit. Like it's really, really hard to find some shit. Like I was watching, I'll reference the movie I watched. I don't want to talk about the content about it too much because it's a bit of a bummer. But I was watching The Killing Fields, which was a 1985 film starring Sam Waterston and this actor from Cambodia who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for the role in it. But it's based on a real story of a journalist in Cambodia when the Khmer Rouge was taking over, and how he had his friend who was his translator who was left behind basically, and when the Khmer Rouge took over, and kind of what he went through. And it's incredible. It still holds up. It's actually an incredibly good movie even today. Which sometimes doesn't happen with movies from the 70s and 80s because I feel like styles have changed, but incredibly sad movie. But I was like, okay, what else won that year? And I looked up, and there was this Sally Fields movies where she won Best Actress for like being a mom in a Depression era movie that was supposedly really good and has like really high ratings. I'm like, man, I want to see that movie. Fucking nowhere. You can't find this movie. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm sure it's on DVD somewhere. But
do you remember what it's called?
I don't even remember what it's called. It's on my list here. I just got to look it up. Anyway, but regardless if it can be found, it is really hard to find stuff because I feel like streaming services really push like their own branded content first now.
Yeah.
And then like finding other stuff is really difficult. Like there's a website called Just Watch that I actually go to, which will tell you if a movie is on like a streaming service.
I found that I used to use that website and I found that it was starting to suck. So now I use one called Real Good, REEL Good, which seems better.
Okay, real like in movie reel?
Yeah.
Okay, let me look up Real Good. It's called Places of the Heart. Places in the Heart. It's going to be on something.
Let's see. Where can you rent or buy it?
84.
Google Play, iTunes, Microsoft Prime Video, Verizon, Vudu, and YouTube.
Okay, so it's a rent only though.
Yeah.
And that's like, I just want to find movies. You know?
The nice thing about
I don't want to rent things.
It'll show like stuff that's on other streaming services. Like there's a lot of smaller streaming services that you just don't hear about it, and some of them are free. They're just ad supported. I
think the big pain to me, and maybe this is a full other discussion, but I feel like my tastes are being shaped by the availability of what's on the services. Like I want to watch movies that were made before 1990. But it's really hard to find them. So I end up not watching them because I like going and renting a movie on Amazon's like a whole thing. And not only that, it's because like when I'm thinking of stuff I want to watch, I'm just going to browse the Netflix queue, browse the Hulu, what's on queue. And it's mostly stuff that's newer. I think maybe it's just the rights for movies from then are much harder to get for streaming. So maybe people don't have them, but like, there's a lot of really good movies from like The Killing Fields. Like I had never seen that movie like listed, but it was on HBO. I was like, let's fucking watch this. I'd heard this is really good, and fucking A, it was good. Anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of that those recommended spaces are pretty valuable real estate.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna use like less popular stuff on there. They're gonna
Yeah.
take stuff that's already trending and shove it there, and it'll become more trending.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's an interesting problem, and it's definitely better than it was when you had to like go find physical medium. Because like if a company stopped putting out VHSs and DVDs of certain movies, then you just couldn't find them anymore.
I suppose. I think it was a little bit better though, I guess, in a way of like going to like a Blockbuster or like 4-Star. We're kind of spoiled in Madison, at least with when going to 4-Star.
4-Star is good. Is good. Was
but
good.
even
I
going
don't
to
know
a
if it's
Blockbuster, you could find older movies on like DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just, I feel like the streaming services just don't keep that back catalog anymore that they used to. So I feel like Netflix streaming used to have so much stuff on it.
Yeah.
And now
Netflix
it's like
has pivoted a lot towards original content.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just better for them if they own all of the rights to it.
Which just sucks because that's not why I got Netflix.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate them having their own good content, and they have really good shows they put on there.
Mm-hmm.
But like the reason I got Netflix is because it was replacing movie rentals. And now we're going to move back to, okay, you actually need to pay to rent each movie.
Oh, it's fine.
It's like the same price it was at Blockbuster.
Just family video and then get your CBD oil.
No. Yes. Or Hollywood liquor.
Family video is now doing CBD
they
oil.
got CBD oil?
Yes, they do.
Hell yeah. But even those family video places don't have movies, like old movies anymore. Like they really pivoted hard towards new releases.
Well, I kind of know how their whole stores are structured because I worked at a family video for months. Is just kind of based off of each individual store. You know, they'll go off the new release wall to try to sell as many as they can. Once they've been out for long enough, then they'll go like to their like dollar section, and then to like individual theme sections if there's enough room for them. And then if it's really not renting as much, it'll go to the 2 for $1 section. And at that point, they'll try to either sell it or sell it online.
Yeah, I need to go to those places and like pick up those movies and rent them, and then I have a computer that can read DVDs.
I think what you're really looking for...
And then I can have a movie forever.
What you're really looking for is a library.
That's true. I used to do that at my old place when I lived right next... Like, I lived walking... I could walk to the library. Like, it was a block in my old apartment. Now, actually, I'm pretty close to the Penny Library here on the east side, but it's not like I can walk there in, like, 5 minutes. So that was awesome. I rented a lot of shit from that library. It was awesome.
I'm going to miss this library here. We have a really good library.
Yeah.
Like my freshman year of college, I was just like trying to expand my film knowledge. And like I was able to get all of the classics through the Edgewood Library. They had a sweet like DVD rental library.
Yeah, Edgewood actually was specifically curated by like the film studies like class. So it had like every classic movie you could think of. That is how I watched so many like classic Criterion collection style movies. And I worked at you worked at the Tac Desk too, didn't you? So you could just borrow them.
Yep.
Like you were there every day.
And if you're looking for the really old shit, Turner Classic Movies streams on their website.
That's true. Well, like one movie I was watching Sarah Ellis's video on Mel Brooks, and they talked about The Great Dictator, which is the Charlie Chaplin movie.
Yeah.
How that satirized Hitler, and I've never seen that, and I've heard it's really good. And I want to watch it, but I gotta rent it. You know, it's like, and I would never have thought to watch that by browsing Netflix, because that's like I feel like how I used to figure out what I wanted to watch is like scrolling through and finding stuff I'm interested in, and then you know renting it. And now it's like, I don't know. Now it's like I have to like go out to another place to get movie recommendations and then come back. Whereas like in Blockbuster, I could just like walk around like genre sections and find like, oh, here's, you know, places in the heart. Like, this, I heard this was good. Or it says it won the Academy Award on the back. So let's check that out rather than, I don't know.
I think we're moving towards more niche streaming services too. Like
Yeah.
Shudder for horror, Crunchyroll for anime.
Yeah.
So it might just
So we'll be paying like $700 a
Yeah.
month for all the content I want.
Yeah, I guess somebody. I think the average person is paying what like a cable bill would have been in the early 2000s now. In
That's like me,
streaming
except for
services.
I'm also paying for cable.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's because you're dumb.
I gotta watch sports. It's on cable.
Sports.
Guys. Although my cable bill is not as expensive as it was. It's only $130 a month.
Oh, you can watch Blackula on Turner Classic Movies.
Now I gotta get it.
Speaking of sports, everyone spam our Discord with the fact that that Spanky's team lost.
They did? The Packers won?
Yep.
Packers won. Woo! Packers, woo! Spanky's probably just devastated.
He's probably
Probably.
just drunk.
I mean, yeah. As one does when their team loses.
Drink your sorrows away.
You drown your sorrows away. I mean, to be fair, the Kansas City Chiefs were down their starting quarterback for this game. So they're playing with backups, and the Packers won, which is good because they were not supposed to win, even with their backups. The Packers were supposed to lose. So I'm glad. Anyway, boys, I think we're done, huh?
Yeah. Should we add an intro that we'll go ahead and put back at the beginning?
No, I kind of did that when you were away.
Okay,
But-
perfectly fine.
Or I'll just record a little like, hey, by the way, we didn't
We
do an
fucked
intro
up.
for this episode. I fucked
happens.
up, really, because we got on anime and I got my blood boiling, so I had
Oh
to
yeah,
chat. And,
Well, yeah, you
maintenance
saw
in
that
the saddest
sexy
season.
mom.
yeah.
You know what gets my blood boiling? Hot moms.
Hot Pokemoms.
Hot Pokemoms. Thank you.
We
Hot
were ahead of
Pokemoms,
that
too.
fucking trend.
That's fucking right.
Yes, we do. Yes,
How
we
I
were.
Tastemakers.
How your mom's great and she's got a double multi hidden attack. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's the name of the episode.
Your mom's cool sword, and you love her too.
Yep. Do you love your mom's sick ass multi attack?
All right, I'm gonna do a search for hot Pokemoms. See if our thing comes up first.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you
have
Nope,
to make sure
love
to
your
do it.
mom and her sweet gat? I think that's a kind of a gun.
Guys, I just typed Google into the Google search bar, and I think I'm done tonight.
You're
So
here.
You talked about your deck, and then you talked about how movies aren't as good as they used to be, and then you just tried to Google. So we're gonna have to put you in a home, John.
Guys, how do I Google? All right. Now, I am seeing Hot Pokemoms come up as all born in the 80s, basically, at first, but I do probably not have safe search or whatever on, or what was it
Yeah.
called? Like filter personalized results?
Yeah.
How do you
we
do
should-
that?
We should probably just go to incognito and do it again.
Or go to
Oh,
Bang.
'cause-
That's where all the porn is.
New incognito. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot Pokemon. I'm actually going to not pluralize it and just see. Okay, it auto corrects for me. I know what I'm looking for, Google. Not
Yep.
Pokemons, Pokemoms.
Yeah. Come on.
Hot
Just for-
Pokemon. No, absolutely not. Do we show up in the first?
No.
No, we do. We're in the first. We're in the front page. So, okay. Urban Dictionary, Pokemon is the first one.
Okay.
And then there's Hottest Pokemon from the Pokemon X message board for 3DS. Bad
Okay.
to be beaten out by GameFAQs that has 9 posts in it, but whatever. There's Pokemon 2, which is probably a food restaurant that serves poke. Get it?
Okay.
Like Pokemon, like
Yep.
Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Hot Pokemom's Musics, which is a YouTube playlist. Blake Lively on people.com says calls herself Pokemom in sweet post.
You're still
Pokemon. Wait, Pinterest. Pokemon necklace for daughter hot Pokemon Go.
Is that an
Pinterest
Alibaba
also-
listing?
Wait, yep. Another list.
I've
Hey,
got a DeviantArt
Pinterest.
first. On Bing.
Pinterest. Well, this is an incognito, but are you a Pokemon? Woman's Pikachu costume on Pinterest. A lot of
Oh,
Pinterest. But one above the bottom, Born in the 80s, 243, hot Pokemoms.
All right.
Nice.
At least we're not in the no man's land of the second page of search results.
It really is the way that is, though.
A, I'm on Bing. B, John, you should double check because I still think there's still a search filter on yours. Otherwise, you'd be getting some.
No, I'm in
magic.
incognito mode, dude. It's a completely different list than what showed up when I was not incognito.
I get that, but I still think it's filtering adult content from your stuff.
Oh, that's possible, yes. But
Yeah.
regardless of that, if you're not on safe, if you're on whatever normal search, hot Pokemon. If you put hot Pokemoms plural, we're the top result, and the top 2 result because there's a player.fm where they ripped our audio out and put it on their own hosting site.
Nice.
And then the first image result is the hot Pokemoms graphic I put on. And a Born in the 80s just logo. So we're in there.
Wyatt wishes for his grandmother to spend a day with the energy of a young person, but she gains this energy by sucking it from any young person she touches.
Where does she suck it from?
Penis.
That'll do it for this episode of Born in the 80s. Matt, where's the music, you fucker?
Up next in anime, gilf porn.
You made me forget what I was going to look up now.
Gilf porn.
Gilf
Pokemoms? Mr. Mime, Rule 34.
Mr. Mime!
No, what? Rule 34, Mr. Mime?
Is that the right number? Is that the
That
porn
is the
number?
right number. It is.
I was like,
Spanky's
died.
gonna
You're
need
right.
a new URL. 34 is thepornnumber.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Spanky, get us a new URL, rule34.net or whatever.
No, just thepornnumber.com. To go with the sex number and the weed number.
Okay, guys, we got a lot of feedback on our website.
Oh, did
I
we?
wanted to go over. Yeah.
Oh, the feedback logs, not the.
Yeah, the feedback logs. Yes,
posts.
correct. This
Yeah.
is the stuff we talked about. All right. So we got contact us form from Delta Flights, DeltaInternationalFlights.com.
Thanks for listening,
Otherwise-
Delta.
They said,
Thank you.
Lejad, DeltaInternationalFlights.com, IHMFG. So
That's rad.
Okay.
You know, it's always good to hear from a fan.
Yeah.
all right. We've got Robert Bum from NFLProShop.space. So
Okay.
that's probably cheap jerseys. USSR soccer jersey, white Ben Simmons jersey, Rogers Pro Bowl jersey, New York Yankees t-shirt sale, Jeremo Jaguar, Jangars Rangers, jersey, James Harrison, Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
I agree.
All right, thank you for that werewolf news. That was werewolf news only contact. We got another werewolf news contact here. It's just some Cyrillic that I can't read. So it's just a website they have listed for some Russian. It's actually just a URL is actually just an IP address, so that's good. Click on that. And then some more Cyrillic, just in a suggestion. So thank you, Walter Klitty, for your Cyrillic that I can't read. I guess I could Google Translate this. I feel like I have to now.
You definitely do.
Wow, I was going to end that episode and then just some magic happened. I forgot I was going to look it up because the uptick in feedback on the website is insane. The spam is insane right now. I don't know, the election's coming up or whatever, but we're getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Cyrillic. I recommend europa.kiev.ua billiards club. So that's a website to go on. And here's one that's not even a website, though. This is just one word in Cyrillic, and that'll be the last word I say on this episode. I am John Danger. You can find me on twitter.com/John Danger. Cost.
Gary tries to woo a girl using a handsome remote-controlled puppet man. His plan goes awry, however, when the object of his affection is more attracted to the puppet than him. And you can find me at matthagmusic.com.
I can't even follow. It's TJ at May of May 84 on Twitter, at May of May, at Mastodon.cloud. Forget me on the Fediverse. Catch me on my twitch.tv/May of May. No one's gifted me Jackbox 6, so I keep my DMs open.
Get
Slide
on
my
that,
DMs.
you Russian spam bots.
Yes, please.
I only slide into the hottest Pokemon's DMs. Or that. Get going because
Let's get this shit over with.
Let's get it started in here.
And now John
what
can talk
episodes?
about house stuff on Twitch and put everyone to sleep.
Wow. I cut a lot of that out of the last episode.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did. This is 371.
Because, like, whenever you talk about, like, I know a little bit about fixing stuff, but, like, when it comes to the ins and outs of home ownership, I'm just like, I don't know anything about this world. I'll sit here and be quiet.
Yeah, Matt, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's what happens when you buy a house is that you end up having to become an expert in it, which sucks. Because there's a lot to it. Oh my god.
I'm working on fixing my kitchen fan.
Oh my god, what's
So,
happening?
I'm good.
Kitchen jam?
Kitchen fan.
Oh. I was like, I mean, I can make jam.
I have this rad kitchen fan from the 1950s that's all like it was all chromed out in Art Deco when it was new, but it also hasn't been cleaned since the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like clogged up, so I just took it out and it's this like really toxic looking black shit in it.
Oh, that's good. That's definitely not mold or anything.
No, I don't think it's mold. I think it's just like cooking oils and stuff that slowly build up over time.
That would make sense. They would darken if they got hot.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other thing with the deck is that the fucking... Sorry, I was clicking to close windows and there was a fucking article I looked up and I was like, no, it's not up to code. The corner posts aren't the right kind. They're really small. I mean, it was put in the 70s and codes changed, so they're probably updated anyway.
Well, I imagine that the material options have changed quite a bit since the 70s.
I mean, honestly, it is expensive. Like, I feel like getting the whole deck replaced with a new deck would probably be like $2.5 to $3 grand, which is like ultimately not that expensive. And when it comes to home improvement projects, you know, anytime you're under 5, it's like, all right, that hurts.
I'll do it for $1,000.
No. Are you licensed and do you have insurance?
Look, that's all just government paperwork.
I don't believe the government. Are we on Twitch?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me just...
I'm more of a libertarian deck fixer.
Mm.
I think the market will decide whether or not I should fix the deck.
And like deck works really. The thing is, I just don't want like it's like structural.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to replace a drywall panel, I could do that. Like, you know, you just cut it and tape it up and paint over it. Like
I feel like the
outside stuff
mechanics of like building a deck are easy, but doing it in a way that it's gonna last more than a year is
exactly. Like
not.
Like interior shit like drywall and trim and like painting, like that's like, yeah, I could do that. Replacing outlets, yeah, it's fine. Stuff that's like structural, it's
stuff
like,
that gets exposed to weather.
like I sure hope I don't fuck this up because it's gonna be in it. All right, let's listen. All right, cool. All right, I can hear me, so that's a good sign.
All right.
Let me just mute Discord on my thing and I'll get levels. All right, TJ likes to swear. That was the delay. A little bit longer than last time. Matt, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Sorry. I'm trying to get this moved more center so I'm not like cambered off to the side. All right, here's me talking again. Matt, can you go?
Hey, boy.
Me?
I don't know.
Yeah, TJ, you always go after Matt.
Yeah, whatever.
So.
Okay. I'm speaking and still talking. but I'm also away from the phone.
In the human centipede of this podcast, I am the front.
I'm spot
and
C.
Matt is the middle.
I'm
no,
spot
that's
C.
the worst
TJ.
spot.
No.
I feel like it'd almost be fine to be at the very end.
Yeah,
All I
because
Everything has
double
got to be
six.
so destroyed by then.
yeah, it's the person in the middle that's eating actual shit. The person at the
But you
end
know
is
that-
eating some other like reprocessed version of shit.
You know, the bonus though of being in the middle is that you get to eat ass all day, baby.
Yeah.
At the end, I guess you get to do that too, but then you don't have your ass being eaten, so it's really a trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a trade-off I personally am not willing to make. I have to try and find a list of the stuff I watched all weekend. Do you know what I watched all weekend? You know what is the worst thing ever? Is good at getting
Metalocalypse?
The
a
news?
deep YouTube hole
Oh, yeah.
and just watching a fuck ton of useless videos on YouTube.
Did you watch all those videos about planting trees?
No, but I watched a lot of videos about fucking restoring woodwork
I-
because I don't know, and like home restoration stuff.
for
I
the
got a real
past
kick this weekend.
for the past 6 months, I've been addicted to a British quiz set, a British quiz show, and just been watching more and more and more of it. And it sucks because I don't know British.
Yeah,
Yeah, the language barrier.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it can be hard to overcome. What other notes? So, what did I play?
I know what I played.
What?
World of Warcraft.
What level are you?
57.
Okay, let's.
Are you?
let's stop. We got to do the podcast. We're going
Oh.
to talk about actual stuff.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I've only
well,
played
Matt, you
Hyrule
wrote stuff
Warriors.
that you did. Good.
I tanted something
What
last
did I
week,
do?
so it got that.
It's tanted already in here, so.
Yep.
And then I have like 800 Reddit ships to go through. That I think we already did some of them. Yeah, there's the PowerPoint sex one. For some reason these didn't get like fucking deleted out, or I didn't line out the ones that we did. And so these might all be done. I have stuff I emailed to myself though. No, that was it the boob job one. Yeah, we did that one.
Yeah, we
Where
did.
she had her friend approve of the boobs before she decided what to do. That's a pretty good one. I'm reminiscing now. Incredibly specific fetish. That's one of the best ones. It's probably not real, but to think it was real gave me hope and joy. Okay, this one's really good.
I want to catch an Am I the Asshole pretty early. It's
That one kind of sucks. I'm less attracted to my boyfriend after watching Queer Eye. So her boyfriend dresses kind of like a slob, but it's also like, I think the guy's like 20. And you're like, I don't know. I feel like there's a, like, you're looking at some of the like most talented people dressing up people and trying to compare it to your 20-year-old boyfriend who never, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, come on. We can't all be Carson?
My
Is Carson one of them?
husband electrocuted
There
me
was
as
a
prank.
Ted.
I'm gonna remove that one. That one's pretty obvious.
Ted and Carson and
I got a good Am I the Asshole too. That was cross posted because it's a relationship thing. Anyway, I also liked that somebody from Reddit like bitched. Like there was a fucking article on like Vulture.com or something about the Reddit ships Twitter, and like people from relationships dot whatever r/relationships on Reddit were like bitching about how the article makes everything look terrible because it only takes the worst ones. And it's like, dude, you fucking are people that comment on people's relationship problems.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's you're doing
Sorry.
this as a hobby. That's kind of fucked up. Like
Yeah, and we're doing. Yeah, we're
I don't
doing.
know. there is
TJ, I've got one for you.
okay.
Am I unreasonable for asking one night without multiplayer video games?
yes.
Anyway, I'm gonna put that one in because I read that one. That was a one I liked.
Okay, I've got a good one. That's
I think we got
It's
plenty
fresh.
to talk about.
Yep.
So
And
with
then
those. I'm sorry, I gotta find the. Let me just check my email to see which news articles I emailed to myself throughout the week. Oh yeah, the rat cars.
The
How was that
rat
looking, though?
cars.
Yeah. I also had this Washington Post article about the top 20 defining comedy sketches of the last 20 years. And I was like surprised at how not awful the list was. So, but I don't think I want to go over that because it'll just be us being like, remember that funny thing? Although that's where I learned about Miss Swan. I guess we could talk about that for 4 hours.
Nah, I'm
Have
good.
a debate.
I got all that out of my system over the Discord.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of why I brought it
Yeah.
up, because I was like, I don't need to talk about this on the show. But I thought it was just interesting because I immediately just thought it was some trash, and I was like, oh wait, there's a little bit more to this than I thought. So
All right, listeners. I know this is at the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. Make sure you join our Discord. That's YOLO420.com/born in the 80s. I want to see you there.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll start the episode.
yeah, I just wanted to remark that the fact that the 20 defining sketches included like 3 Chappelle Show sketches and like 3 Key and Peele sketches. So I was like, this is actually a good list because it's not just all SNL sketches. Because
Yeah.
there have been the telling part about the last 20 years of comedy in this thing. I'm just getting all my garbage out that I don't want in the actual episode, so just give me 2 seconds to rant. So
Okay.
that way I'll be more subdued during the episodes. I've got my rant off. Is the cowbell sketch, which is that's great, like incredible. Lazy Sunday digital short,
Yeah.
very good. And this isn't like best. This is defining.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So, like,
Lazy,
Lazy Sunday like defined a type of thing. Like
Yeah.
Andy Samberg, and more cowbell was like just being wacky, like
Yep.
Christopher Walken being wacky. You know, like Key and Peele's Obama's anger translator. Like that was
Oh, yeah.
the Chappelle Show, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. But like going through this, the SNL stuff is 2000, 2005, 2004. There is one from 2016, which is an incredible sketch. Is the Black Jeopardy with Tom Hanks.
Oh, that was
Have you
great.
seen that
Oh
sketch?
yeah, I saw that
5
one.
times.
It's the one where he's the MAGA guy with all the African American people, and then they're just like,
Yeah,
I don't
they
trust the
bond
government.
over
He's
their
like,
mistrust
neither
of
do
the
I.
government.
And you're like, oh, okay.
That's how they get you in the system.
But like all of the SNL stuff is pre 2005 basically, which is just like, yeah, Key and Peele kind of is where good sketches went.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, like there are other good shows.
After we inspired Key and Peele. Got it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
We were like, hey,
we
you
were on
should
the
start a
ground
sketch
floor of that
comedy
show.
show.
God
100%.
damn, I didn't even think about that. But you're right.
Some coattails. Yep.
Fuck, man. Because he was talking about how that his new show is like going to be amazing, and it was just starting to air.
Yep.
It was like, oh man. Anyway, things worked out for those two. I'm gonna go grab a water before we start. I see Matt has also left, so I wanted to
Yeah.
make TJ vamp for a few minutes.
Okay.